Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, fight!
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, it's Andrew, back again. Episode 124 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'll be doing a pregame analysis of the Jaguars versus the Indianapolis Colts at home this Sunday. Super excited to have football finally in the wake of all this craziness that's going on. So let's get into it. Jaguars versus the Colts. Jaguars are 8-point dogs in this game. The Jags have not played historically very well against the Indianapolis Colts. You know, we did win, the last game we played against them of the 2019 season. We had a really good game. Was one to remember, especially during all the craziness of last season, people getting injured, the Yannick Ngakoue drama, the Jalen Ramsey drama. So that was a real fun game to watch, but we have them first game of the 2020 season at home. We did not have a preseason, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, to say the least, because we haven't had a lot of time to practice the system, the plays, restricted training camp, and now finally we're here week one against the Colts. We haven't played historically very well against Phillip Rivers. When he was at the Colts, he destroyed us last season. That was an embarrassment to watch. And now he has, taken a job with the Colts as their quarterback. Will be replacing Jacoby Brissett. And now, it'll be very interesting to see what happens, because this is a home game. We have pretty much almost a whole new roster, Jacksonville. We don't have Leonard Fournette. We don't have Calais Campbell. We don't have Yannick Ngakoue or Ronnie Harrison. So, our defense has a lot of rookies, especially the secondary. So it'll be a very interesting game. I think some key points I want to make about this game is that the Jaguars will need to stop the run. They'll need to stop Marlon Mack, who's always been a problem for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Jonathan Taylor, who they just drafted, I believe, from Wisconsin. Definitely a back to look out for. So the defense will have to show up. They'll have to get pressure on Phillip Rivers, who's got a very quick release. He has that kind of sidearm release. He's a veteran. He knows how to read defense well, and he can destroy you downfield. So the Colts are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in this game, even if it is a home game in Jacksonville. And that'll be the bottom line. And, of course, the Jacksonville offense will need to be able to protect Gardner Minshew, need to give him time so that he can throw the ball. They'll have to make plays downfield. DJ Chark, that's going to be an interesting matchup. I think, one thing you're going to want to look out for is, DJ Chark. Hopefully Gardner Minshew targets him a lot in this game. Hopefully we see Chris Thompson, catch some passes out in the flats, make some plays. I believe James Robinson, the undrafted running back out of Illinois, I believe he will be getting the start because Devine Ezigbo is on injured reserve. He has a hamstring injury. So it'll be Robinson, it'll be Thompson. And I think that's going to be interesting to watch. But, Robinson will be a rookie. There's been some questions about his ball handling, and whether he fumbles. He's going to be a rookie, so he's going to make mistakes. So hopefully the Jaguars don't turn over the ball. But, I think some key matchups in this game will be T.Y. Hilton, Colts wide receiver versus Trey Herndon. Herndon's going to have to shut him down. Zach Pascal and C.J. Henderson. That matchup will be crucial to watch as well. Henderson's a rookie that we drafted out of Florida, plays corner for us, so he's going to have to shut down Pascal, who's a frequent, target, and that'll be. I think they're gonna throw on Henderson's side. They're definitely going to target him because he's a rookie. He's not very experienced. I'm just hoping they don't blow us up downfield, but who knows? I think if we can get pressure on Rivers and force him to make some mistakes, that's going to be crucial. But yeah, and then I think when you look at the Jaguars defensively, I think another matchup will be key is Indianapolis left tackle Anthony Costanzo versus Josh Allen, and then another one would be defensive tackle Forrest Buckner, who the Colts just acquired from the 49ers, versus the interior lineman of Jacksonville, Andrew Norwell, AJ Cann. And then, another matchup to look out for on the outside would be, Colts defensive end Justin Houston versus left tackle Cam Robinson or Jawan Taylor, depending where they line him up. That'll definitely be a matchup to look out for. But I think the Jaguars have to play better on the offensive line. They have to be able to open up holes for Robinson, get the running game going, because it can't be the Gardner Minshew show the entire game. They have to be able to take pressure off him. They have to be able to run the ball. And if they can't do that, it's just going to be, another 2019 season where we can't protect Minshew, we can't run the ball, we can't take pressure off of him, which happened in a lot of the games last season. So hopefully that is not the case. But I think the Jaguars unfortunately lose this game at home. I think it'll be a 2-touchdown win by Indianapolis, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong. Let me know how you feel about this matchup. Jacksonville versus Indianapolis at home this Sunday. Let me know how you feel. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love. Follow me on Twitter too. It's at Jaguar Podcast. Leave me some feedback on Apple Podcasts as well, or a review. It always helps me when I put together these episodes. Stay healthy, stay safe. Go Jaguars, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is at Jaguar Podcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.